friends, she really gives her best at everything she does. Are you ready? You want it? All right, ready? But she's not very coordinated. She means to catch it. Don't laugh at her. You ready? Come here, Queenie. No, I didn't throw it. Here, try again. Come here. Come here. All right, we're going to get lined up. We're going to do everything we can so you catch it. Give you a big one, too. You see right there? I love Blossom. She's never been coordinated. And I've been kind of joking that Blossom never does anything I want, but she never does anything wrong. And so she does everything right. Here you go. You ready? One more time. Come on, you can do it. Oh, come on. I know we can do it, Blossom. Just one for everybody. We're having so much fun. Come on. Bozzy, Bozzy, Bozzy. You ready? Come here. Whoop. There's no one coming. Bozzy, Bozzy, Bozzy. Okay, you're going to catch it. You ready? Here it is. Oh, jeez. Here's another one. Oh, it's been so fun. For the last 2 weeks, you see my videos, I've been way up in the middle of nowhere. You know, that I've been free from the electromagnetic of the city. I forced myself to stay down in it for like 8 or 9 months. No, I couldn't visit the mountains or nothing. You know that so I'm here like in the middle of nowhere on some 4-wheel drive trail. I think the closest person is about 10 miles away, 8 or 10 or something. And so I have been working on in computer programming, we call it the wireframing. Okay, I've been wireframing the sites and everything for our project. And so after all this time of being up here and like when I went down there at first to the valley and into the cities, I could feel when I went under the big high voltage power lines. I could have, you could have put me in a car, blindfolded me, and I could have go, oh, I feel it. But then after a while, I went numb. And then I read about like, even in World War II, like Hitler said, we're going to numb the people with electromagnetics. Well, and when they fought in Iraq, they used electromechanical weaponry to knock out all the communications. Well, see, that it's happened incidentally to us as people, and that's part of gTimers, is that we're going to shut off all electrical and mechanical that's man-made for 6 hours in a 24, for twice, for a 6-hour period, around the world. So we'll turn off all the power here for around the world for 6 hours, turn off for 6 hours, turn off for 6 hours, turn off for 6 hours. And so we could get good readings from space. And what I'm talking about is when those imprecise thinking children that we're raising now flew a plane into a building, they read as our awareness became, from geosynchronous satellites, the electromechanical, as we became aware of, as we became aware of 9/11. And so it took me 2 weeks before I finally got my feelings back. Now, I have been working on the 2 sides of the project. We have the sizzle side, and we have the steak side. So the sizzle, but not the steak. It's like, oh, I got a wonderful T-bone steak for you. I got a filet mignon for you. Oh, even better. And it's got perfect grill marks, just the tenderness you want, and the special seasoning. Oh my gosh. Or, hey, I got a spine from a cow. It's the meat that's in the middle, and I want to cook it up for you. Cow spine is good. And so that's the difference between the sizzle instead of the steak, and the other part of how, because I'm a businessman, I've always been, and so the other part of, when you're setting up a company is plan your work and work your plan. And so now I've done, this is what, like I said, wireframing, like computer programmer, when we set up websites, we're wireframing them. Well, now, when you do a company, it's a wireframe. All right, and so I have to go. You can't, you know, produce a website. You have to code a website, copyright at the same time without two monitors. And so after 2 weeks of being up here in the electrical mechanical free zone, I mean, I'm like, 5 or 6 thousand, 8,000 feet. I've been all over up in here. It's just beautiful. Which is, oh, you can hear the water running in the background, and there's not you. I haven't. I've seen. I do drive into town and get some supplies and stuff. So I see. I don't know. Up here, I've only seen 5 people or 10 people maybe in the last 2 weeks. That are in my area where I'm staying and stuff. And I've been getting in shape too, getting ready to go water skiing. That's going to be fun. But anyway, is that I have to go down and hook up to the grid because I can't power a laptop, a phone to be the that would, what you're watching through right now is the hotspot and another monitor, you know, very long with just the car and I don't want to run a generator and all that other stuff. So I got to go down and do what I have to do what you want to do. You know, like I say, plan your work your plan. It's like do what you have to do what you want to do. So this is like three. If I go to repeat them real quick as I close this and tell you that I've been working on. I've got the website ready to go. In here in the paper, but not on. Once the websites are ready to go, it'll be the three websites. Dark Age Danger. That's where we list where we document our evolution to gTime is Dark Age Danger. So we'll list people in there. At first, we want them to be that's in the hero and zero database. That they could be a hero or a zero. But later, the web crawler will take them and put them in there because of the language they use. Because if you're acting like Middle East is on a basketball, then if you're talking that way, then you need to be exposed to the future. You're not living for it. You're living like, I'm not imprecise, man. My emotional grunts are more important than reality. Well, anyway, um, uh, you know, I'm going to fly plane into buildings. I'm sorry. I'm going off track. That's for Dark Age Danger. And then there's gTimers, which is the main one. Has rules. We can never force gTime on anybody. That we must. That if you're attacked because of gTime, because the Grunta virus is strong, that if you're attacked, you cannot respond. You have to be all total nonviolent. You just have to up the love because if we don't gTime, then fire is all that's going to be left. It's like it's something that we have to do, and they don't know that they're brainwashed. We're trusting children. We're made actors in a 2017 play. We can't. When you say stuff like this, it's like, don't say that. Well, I'm lucky. I got computer science. That's Ruby. That's what when you do a database access, the first thing has to have a zero. But how are you going to count? It's like you got to do it right. It's like what 21st century and it's 2017. Wait a second, something's messed up here. And so instead of ignoring it, we bring things like this to the front. To the front. Oh, guess what? But that's up, that's down. No, you live on the side of the earth. So you have the opposite perspectives, and that the kids, get that. They're not slaved to one point of view. We set the world free because of mathematical use of language, and that brings us to techno life. Tech, T-E-C, technical. All right, meaning that we're electromechanical. All right, all the way to the moving life CPU of the humans. All right, native. All right, that means that that you're from Earth before you're from 2017. All right, object. That we it's computer science applied on English. Logic. All right, the logic is that it's logic based, that it's not closed ended. There's not no you must believe in the creator or you will. Yeah. All right, the creator, that's the single cell, the first cell on Earth. We can go there. But you want to go the other way, you're going to fly planes into buildings. And so that that's the logic. That the logic is balanced. I'll show you the two paragraphs in the next video, and you'll see the sensory, the psychological sensory deprivation that's occurred because of the way that we're fed language as children. And we can fix that with .life, technol.life, TECNOL.life. That is the human machine programming language. So at first we're just making it. The first versions will just be for the young kids and the babies. And so, but then we'll expand it so that computer science, that they get control over machines. Everybody does. It's an update of English with computer science, and that'll be a crowdfund that the gTimers applied physics team will do, or company. That all of us are gTimers, and that we do. This is applied physics. We're not doing anything that isn't reality. It's the people that aren't in reality are the problem. And that's because of their brainwashing into a 2017 paradigm. All I'm saying is that we're making nature first, as it should be, because we are nature. It's like when you hear someone from government, well, we must protect nature. No, you are nature. You're brainwashed to not be nature. And so anyway, that is all coming up, and I'll deal with the entities. But the main thing is that I'll be setting. I want to set. I'll be able to set everybody up. And so I'm gonna complain again. I have to go down and code. I can't run 2 monitors and a hotspot from out here in the woods. So I'm gonna go to a campsite. And I'll do a interview of the 2 paragraphs. The 2 paragraphs that changed the world. The part of the project, and so that is, oh my gosh. The next video is going to be awesome, because it's like, every time I do it, I've gotten different reactions, and you'll see it. The 2 paragraphs that changed the world. We'll do some videos with them, and that'll be the next. I'll do an interview. Anyway, friends, I love you, and thanks for hearing me out. I've given you an update of what we're doing, and these 2 weeks up here, free of the man-made electromechanical. I'll tell you, friends. I mean, when you're like in tune with every cell of your body, you know it. But I know that I can teach it to you, even though you're in a city, that's full electromechanical, but. Because we're all born right. We can all get there. And so, but, having as a person, if you really want to be a gTimer, you got to get away from it. You got to go out in the middle of nowhere so that you can feel yourself and your being, so that you can take this back into the city and ski it. It's not. I mean, at first it's a little bit hard because we're so, we're actors in a 2017 year play with sensory deprivation. We're language before humanity, before nature. And so it's like, it's going to be a fun trip. And I'll supply all the tools to do it. But that's what I'm complaining, because I got my sizzle, I got my steak. I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna code it in, right? And because I plan my work and I work my plan, and I do what I have to do what I want to do. That is really the basis of this video. Is that those 3 statements you sell the sizzle, not the steak. All right? You plan your work. You work your plan. You do what you have to do what you want to do. And I got to go to a campsite and hook up to electricity. I got to go buy a monitor so I can, because it's impossible to code a website. Well, I mean, you can do it, to code websites with 1 monitor, but it is so much easier to do it with 2, because you go instead of going it's a whole different realm. Anyway, I love you, friends. I look forward to doing the interview with the 2 paragraphs. 2 paragraphs to change the world. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.